Yo, what up? It's Joe. Back here again with another vid on Joe Talks. And yeah, the Michigan Wolverines are back. Hey, they're back, I feel like. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Michigan fan, Lions fan. I'm waiting for the Lions next week against Green Bay, 4:25 Eastern time. I'm ready for that. But Michigan kicked off the season yesterday, Saturday at 7:30, I think 7:25, whatever time the game started. Kicked it off against New Mexico at the Big House. Uh, Freshman QB Bryce Underwood starting, leading the Michigans. So he led the Michigan Wolverines off the bus in the wrong direction. Not gonna lie, it looked a little, it looked a little sus getting off the bus. Say y'all saw the clip. Uh, he led the team off the bus in the wrong direction. Uh, he ended up correcting it quick. He turned the other way, and he led him the right way. But I mean, when I saw that clip, I was like, oh man, oh brother. But once he started playing, I was like, all right. And I will say this: it was against New Mexico. But I'll say this: New Mexico was putting up a fight in the first half. Well, I wouldn't really say the first quarter. They were kind of putting up a fight in the second half. Well, not second half, second quarter, and the beginning of the third quarter when they came back out. They were kind of putting up a fight, which small schools like that normally do when they face big schools. So it's either like this when a small school faces a big school. Either it's a crazy upset, it's a close game, or it's a blowout. And from the score, it might look like a blowout, but Michigan didn't start pulling away till the end. To final score 34-17. But Michigan didn't really start pulling away till the fourth quarter, and I was like, oh man. But hey, New Mexico, I'll give them this, man. Hey, they were putting up a fight. Uh, and I think their quarterback Lane, a couple times, he was getting hot, but uh, Michigan's defense had to heat check him a couple times, pick him off, just make him come back down to reality. And I thought it was kind of funny how they scored their first touchdown doing some Pee Wee Football League trick plays, in college. Hey man, say you can get away with them plays. Teams are gonna be expecting trick plays, but not like that. So say you're able to do a trick play and make it work, then all right. New Mexico did two to score their first touchdown. They did a no move snap, and then they did a fake QB sneak through the dude's legs and a pass. Like, all right, what are we in Pee Wee football? But anyways, man, I'll give them props. I'll give New Mexico props. But Michigan football might be back, and it's unfortunate because Michigan football shouldn't have went anywhere anyways. They should have been in the playoff last year. They should have been contending for the chip again. Just Sharon Moore didn't want to address the quarterback issue, I guess, last season, and we had no QB. After McCarthy got drafted, there was no QB. So I'm not sure why we didn't have a QB or what, but all that matters is now. And even though we didn't have a QB last season, to be honest, I feel like last season like finished off great. Not to be honest, not to lie, we beat Ohio State. We ended up getting a bowl game with Alabama and beat Alabama. So hey, the end of the season wasn't terrible, but the game last night, from what I saw from Michigan, was pretty good. So it looked like the old school Michigan, the ground and pound, pass when needed, but just fully ground and pound, and that's Michigan football for you. Because the thing with Michigan football is like the more they keep running the ball and pounding it down, the other team's defense gets tired, especially New Mexico. Because when you look at the Michigan dudes compared to the New Mexico dudes, man, the size difference is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, Michigan's O line look pretty big. Hey, they're gonna have a good O line, but they usually always do. like I say, just last year they didn't address a quarterback. They had a great defense last year, but they just couldn't get anything going on offense. But literally last night they broke all their passing yards and passing from last season in the first game last night. So I'll say this: what they got going on with Bryce Underwood looking pretty good. He putting the balls in the right spot. His spiral is good, you know, and it just seems like he knows where to put the ball. I'm gonna be honest. He looking pretty good. And then they got two running backs, Marshall and Haynes or whatever. Marshall didn't really get going, but Haynes got going. Haynes broke for two big plays, looking good. And I feel like they could have a good running back duo with Haynes and Marshall, and then it's really good to have two good backs because then you can rotate them, keep each one of them fresh. Plus, you got a dual threat QB too that can run. But I'll say this, man, he didn't even need to run last night. He was just showing his arm off last night. You know, so but he is a dual threat. But last night he didn't really show any running because he didn't have to. There were guys open down the field and he was putting it on them. A couple of his passes were a little high, but majority of his passes were pretty good. I forgot what he went pass wise, but I know he passed for over 200 yards. One TD pass. Yeah, and then one block, man. He blocks too. Like they ran a little sweep to the outside to Hayes. The D end was coming in on the running back. Underwood went up, got him. Hayes, boom. So hey, it seemed like he does everything. Hey, this freshman looked good. I'm gonna be honest, but at the end of the day, it was against New Mexico. Next week is gonna be the better. The better comparison against Oklahoma. Not sure if they're home. I think they might be away. But, I mean, last night was a game Michigan, should win against New Mexico. They're in the big house, a small school, first game, to just get the feel going. But, yeah, to be honest, from what I saw last night, Michigan played pretty good. But I'll say this about their offense. Like I was just talking about. It seemed like they got two decent backs. They need to run the ball more. There were times where the score was up, but they're trying to force passes when they could run the ball. And man, hey, their O line, man, their O line is big, so they should be able to move anyone. Michigan seemed like they got a pretty solid team, and then the defense is still solid from last year. Got the same defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale. Say you don't know who he is, he was a defensive coordinator last year, but before last year, he was the defensive coordinator for the Giants, so NFL mind. And then I think we also got a new OC, offensive coordinator, which I could tell the plays were looking a lot better. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we got a new OC. Don't know his name though, but I'm pretty sure we got a new OC. And yeah, these plays that they were running, hey, like I said, it was looking like the old Michigan again, which is good. But no, that backfield going to be crazy. Underwood, Hayes, Marshall, as long as everyone stays healthy and as long as Underwood doesn't start, just getting cocky and throwing up everything, and everything will be good. But hey, man, I ain't going to lie. Was it their first touchdown? I think it was their second touchdown New Mexico got, man. And we have to talk about this real quick. That targeting ejection. Like, bro, at that point, man, like, throw flags on him. Like, dude was literally going in for a wrap-up tackle. It's not his fault he's taller than the dude. He ended up getting a target. So it ended up getting reviewed because when he sacked him, I forgot dude's name on Michigan. He was number one, though. One of the starting DNs. Was coming in, beat the tackle on the edge, and was coming in, boom, didn't lead his head or nothing. Helmet up, wrapping up. Lane's obviously, as the quarterback for New Mexico, he's kind of a short dude compared to number one, the D end on Michigan. So he's coming in to wrap him up. They end up going helmet to helmet. He comes down, he fumbles the ball, but he was down. Excuse me. So the quarterback out of New Mexico fumbles the ball. Boom. Boom, number one, picks it up, runs it in for a touchdown. They end up reviewing it to see if it was a fumble. Turns out it wasn't a fumble, but when they were reviewing it to see if it was a fumble, they ended up noticing that it could be possible targeting. Then they were reviewing it for targeting and then called it targeting. Bro, and that's what I hate that, man. Like, there's no warning or anything. Say you get called on a targeting, like there's no exception. Say you're called on a targeting, you're ejected. And what's really crazy is from the game that you're in, you're ejected from that game and the first half of the next game you're playing, which is crazy to me, man. And targeting, so targeting, I could understand if he was coming in head down, bull rushing him. But dude had his helmet up, arms out, doing a good form tackle, like how they teach you in little league or whatever. And then they called targeting and ejected him. Like, bro, you really need to stop trying to make a contact sport a non-contact sport. Like, come on, dude. That was crazy. When I seen that, because like I said, and it was messed up how it was. They were reviewing it to see if it was an actual fumble. And then ended up noticing, is this targeting? And then started reviewing it for targeting. I was like, ain't no way. And then they called it targeting. I mean, at most, though this call still would have been stupid, but at the most, just call roughing the passer. Don't call it targeting, man. His helmet was up. He wasn't going in. Now that's normally a targeting when you got the crown of your helmet showing and you're aiming straight for the head. Like, dude, that was crazy to me, man. Like I say, stop trying to make a contact sport a non-contact sport. It's crazy, man. But other than that, hey, the game was pretty good. That was probably the only BS call from the refs that whole game in to my memory. That was the only BS call. But yeah, dude, like, come on, man. It's a contact sport. And then, hey, like I said, he wasn't leaning with his head. He had his head up, had his arms out for the wrap up. Good form tackle technique. So I don't know, but hey, man, Bryce Underwood led Michigan to their first win. Looked pretty good in his first game. And yeah, I just hope Michigan is back. And from the looks of it, it looks like they are. Say they keep playing like this. But next Saturday will be the real test against Oklahoma. Again, another primetime game, 7:30 Eastern. It's going to be a good game. I'm not sure if they're home or away yet, but yeah, and it'll be a good matchup. Oklahoma won 2 yesterday, so they're both going to be 1-0. So we'll see. Hey, these are the games that you're going to see if Michigan can actually hang this year. Games like next Saturday. New Mexico was good getting the first dub, but small school. Michigan was favored to win. They were supposed to win. It was at the big house, so they were supposed to win this game. But yeah, man, Bryce Underwood, Haynes, Marshall, hey, about to be a backfield nightmare. And then their defense, like I said, their defense is still solid. Just hope their offense can get it going. And I hope everyone stays healthy too. Like, say Bryce Underwood goes down. I don't know who else they have on their QB depth chart, but honestly, I feel like they put all their baskets in Underwood. Because for those of y'all who don't know, his NIL contract with Michigan is crazy. It's either 5 or 10 mil, man. And when I saw Michigan offer a freshman that, even though he was the best coming out of high school, still, I'm like, at the end of the day, high school, college, it's a big change, especially playing at Michigan, the big house. It's a big change. So to give a freshman that much NIL money up front was kind of risky in my opinion. But hey, so far last night he came out and showed, he performed. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more games of him this season to really see if he can really stack up. And then same with Ohio State. Ohio State started their freshman QB. I didn't watch that game. I seen they won, unfortunately. Like, come on, Texas. Come on. How are you gonna let Ohio State beat you? Come on, dude. Come on, Arch. What's going on? I didn't watch the game, so I don't know if Arch played bad or what. I was out, so I wasn't able to watch the game. But yeah. You know, Ohio State has a freshman as well, and they got their first dub yesterday too. So I don't know. Just gonna have to wait and see. Same with Michigan State. You know, I hate Michigan State. I'm a Michigan fan, but Michigan State got their first dub Friday night. So you know, the teams that I really watch. Oh, my cat just jumped on my. The cat just jumped on my leg. Oh my God, that hurt. Dang fool. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I just got a kitten and she just jumped on my fucking leg with her claws out. Are you good? Dang. But anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap the vid up. I hope I didn't forget nothing. Yeah, what Bryce Underwood led Michigan to their first dub, 34-17. Passed for over 200 yards. Can't remember what he went like pass wise. I don't know if he went 20 for like 25 or 20 for 30. I'm not sure, but I know he passed for over 200 yards. Haynes was running that bitch up yesterday. Got 2 touchdowns, broke away big plays. Marshall didn't really heat up yesterday, but you can tell Marshall will be able to heat up. And apparently Marshall runs a 4-4. So say Marshall breaks in the open, most likely he's gone. So yeah, man. Hey, once again, I'm excited for Michigan football. Last year was a big down year for Michigan college football, especially right off a chip. But hopefully this year they turn it around. But yeah, that's it, guys, for this vid. Say you guys enjoyed the vid. Like, subscribe if you did, and I catch y'all later. Peace.